Hello everybody and welcome to Cautious Hero episode 9 anime review. This episode was, I say it every week, it was pretty okay. I think I am enjoying myself. There was a few weeks there where I was very cautious, which, irony and all that. But no, I think I'm enjoying myself. It is, for me, it's going to be something that I'm going to forget about, but it's fine. It's fine for right now. And that's, Cautious Hero, thumbs up for right now. And that's good stuff and all that. Anyway, yeah, I liked the. I was a bit confused about, which we'll get to when we get to it. But yeah, let's just crack on with the episode and everything. I can't think of too much to say. These intros are getting shorter and shorter. That's fine. Let's just get right into the episode. Sorry if this is a bit shorter. I want a little bit of a time delay thing. It probably won't be shorter, but might be. Let's crack on with the episode. We open up where we left off last week with that guy, the summoner dude, I can't remember his name, basically telling Seiya, hey, you're going to die now. Basically, he killed his wife and his son. It shows their heads. That's, it's dark. This show has some dark parts, there was the splat a few weeks ago, and now this dude's just showing his wife and son's head, and then kills himself to summon the Reaper thing. Like, dark when it wants to be, this show, it's a little bit, wouldn't expect it from, this is basically a comedy show, but then it gets really dark sometimes, which is fine. I mean, I'm not bothered because I'm a grown man, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, the stats on this Reaper are all glitched, they don't make much sense, and yeah, Seiya's like, no, that's just his normal stats, and I'm like, Seiya, there's an @ symbol in there. There's a hashtag in there as well. Those aren't numbers. Seiya, behave. But yeah, they attempt fighting it. I say they. Seiya attempts fighting it. He splits it in two, and that just makes two of them. And that, that's not good. Actually manages to hit him, which I believe is the first time something's hit Seiya. Which, you get to episode 9. I mean, he's failed his no damage run. He's got to restart. But yeah, episode 9 without getting hit, that's pretty good. They all portal back, all of the 4 of them. And yeah, once there, Seiya's like, look at my ribs. He's lost like 10 HP and makes Rista heal him because he's like, I've suffered a grievous injury. And he's just a little scratch. But, he's Seiya. Seiya will be Seiya. More importantly though, that demon thing, it's not a demon, it's a Reaper, followed them to the Divine Realm. Don't know how it did that. They run away. Seiya has no plan. He says, like, I've got no plan. And it's like, oh, okay then. They ran away. They all run away. Bunch of gods try fighting it, and they all suck. Runs into Adenella. She tries fighting it. She sucks too. Although she sucks a little bit less than the others because she cuts it into a million pieces. But it still wrecks her. So didn't do much really. Seiya, though he doesn't have a plan for defeating the thing, he does have a plan for if he doesn't have a plan. Which, Seiya, why didn't you just use that to begin with? Why isn't that not always your go-to plan? I guess because you can't really use it again. But anyway, yeah. They lure the Reaper to Valkyrie. Remember Valkyrie? She's the one with the chain outfit, or not outfit, because she's not wearing like anything. She was doing some painting, because she's apparently, despite being her, she likes painting, which, fair enough, I guess. I mean, it's this show, so it makes sense. She fights the thing. Even she struggles a bit, and then she boosts her stats, like she unlocks her power or whatever, and defeats it with a move called the Gate of Valhalla, which is essentially like a blood sacrifice type move. So she defeats it with it, and then she bleeds everywhere. Turns out she's a total masochist as well, we learn, which is, I mean, I sort of saw that coming, that didn't surprise me whatsoever. But after that, Seiya saves Rista from her boobs being fondled, because that's just another thing Valkyrie likes to do. And then he shoves her to the side. I say shoves, I think he literally throws her, because Seiya can't be nice to Rista without immediately following it up with some form of violence, which, that's a terrible lesson to teach the kids. So kids, don't watch this, that's all I'm going to say. He wants to be trained by Thingy. She eventually agrees. Valkyrie is who Thingy is. She eventually have a bit of back and forth, and she eventually agrees, like, I'm not teaching you the Gate of Babylon. That's not what it's called. Gate of Valhalla. Gate of Babylon's a different thing. It's fine. The gates are confusing. She leaves after that. It's like, come see him at my house later. Seiya kept a piece of that armor, the adamantite armor, and then synthed it with Rista's hair to make a strong sword. I forgot what they call it. Adamantium blade. That's a good name. I don't remember if that's the actual name. But that's what I'm going to call it. It's going to be good. And then Rista hugs him a bit because she's Rista. And then Seiya says she smells. And then, he's like, go have a shower. You absolutely reek. Which, poor Rista. Why is she the only one that smells? Like, surely they should all be smelling. It's just Rista. Do goddesses smell, like, BO more easily than humans? These are the questions we need answering, really. I mean, to be fair, if the show doesn't answer these questions, it's like a 0 out of 10. Unwatchable. But yeah, they need to... that's the real question right here. So the second half is a bit all over the place, but that's fine. Rista first runs into the cake guy, whose name I've forgotten. But yeah, he sends her to Ishtar, who tells her that, hey, last Heavenly King is about to attack the capital. So that's a thing. You do have time for a bath, though, because you smell. Another person telling her she smells. Not great. After her bath, she goes to see Mashinalulu and Arya, because they went to go train with her. And yeah, now they've leveled up some more as well, doing all the grinding off screen, which is, helpful, I guess. Yeah, I forget. Wow, Mash can turn into a full dragon now. A full dragon person. He can't go massive. And Alulu learnt quick, or haste. She learnt the other one of the one she didn't have. Then they walk in on Seiya and Valkyrie shagging. What were they doing? They say they weren't shagging, but then they don't. They say we were training. I want to know what kind of training you were doing, because otherwise I'm just going to assume they were shagging, and that's fine. They're adults, although you can't do that with goddesses apparently. Apparently that's the rules. So, I mean, who knows? I want to know will we know what they're actually doing? I can imagine Seiya filling us in next week. Like, here's what my training actually was. Hopefully he does, because I need this question answered. Rista made a doll out of her hair for him, and everyone is like, that's weird, man. Even Valkyrie's like, I won't touch your boobs anymore. God, you weirdo. So, yeah. Seiya keeps it, though, because he's a nice guy, I guess, and because he's going to use it for something. Synthesis materials, at least. So, yeah, Seiya, was a nice guy. And then they head back to the place, and what Rista points out, because I wouldn't have noticed if she hadn't said, he didn't say that he's perfectly prepared. Or he's not perfectly prepared. There's a 1 in 1 million chance something could go wrong. So, Murphy's Law. It will go wrong. Or not really, because then they get to the battlefield. The Heavenly King guy challenges, he's like, whoever the strongest is, 1v1 me bro, let's do this. And we're all thinking, Seiya's going to have a fight with him, and that's, we're going to go into next episode with that. Now he just gets wrecked by the War Master guy. Just one hit. Like, I was like, oh, so the 4th Heavenly King isn't even killed by Seiya. That's great. The Demon Lord's army do not look good. They look like chumps, really, but whatever, it's comedy anime. The enemy army also gets erased with a light blade, so War Master's pretty OP, I guess. And then, when they're talking later, he turns into a baby for some reason. I'd like to know why he turned into a baby. I mean, I'm sure we'll get that next week, but it was just a bit... They were like, oh, he's about to infantize. And I was like, infant means baby. He's not going to turn into... And then he did. And it was weird. Why was he a baby? Very strange things happening. But yeah, what questions I have after this week, I guess, is what I have the most. What were what was Seiya and Valkyrie doing if they weren't banging? Because I'm convinced they were. Why did he turn into a baby? Do I have any more questions? Maybe not. Who knows? What's Seiya going to use the doll for? He's going to use it for something. And he's got a good sword now. That's not a question, it's just a fact. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode, as I said. I liked... Rista felt like she did a lot this episode. She felt like she was like, I'm going to do my best to help, and she made the doll. But yeah, she is the main character. I know Seiya's the main character, but Rista's the main character. She's very likable, She is just... everyone saw that Giga video, I assume, where he called her Blonde Aqua, and she really is just Blonde Aqua, isn't she? Like, I mean, not saying that sounds like a bad thing, but yeah, similarities are absolutely there. But anyway, I can't think of anything else to say. So, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing and liking, commenting, all those other things that YouTube likes it when you do, because then you get thumbs and other views and good stuff. I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.